Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make out what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part: if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You must throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! They must throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Dirty man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep, and some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, but a fake friend and but a thief. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
You will have to assist me this evening, because I don't know if the Prime Minister is admitting his responsibility, his failures rather, or he's pushing off some of the blame on us, the people, for expecting too much from government. That you will have to help me work out tonight when we listen to more gibberish from the Prime Minister. I think we should think about giving him a Nobel Prize in gibberishery. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, via subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. You can tell what me do TikTok? After me come off of the live this morning on Global TV AP, because I know Global TV is suspended. After me come off of the live this morning, TikTok suspend my Global TV AP live. Don't know what I've done them, don't you ask me? But when me ready to go live this evening, me find out say them suspend me and I never them cut me off this morning and me end my life peacefully. So me don't know what me do to them. But TikTok have it in for me when them ready. But never mind TikTok. Really never mind them. Debbie Jarvis TV, good evening and welcome. Good evening. Norman Ferguson, good evening. Sunshine, good evening. Lorraine Michaels, Violet Watson, Sunshine, Michelle Lewis Wilson, Kelly Shelley, Barbara Simpson, Michelle McCoy, Nora Harris, Para Prime, Gloria Morris, Don Mel, Paulette Lewis, Marcia Gale, Real Sweet, Renee Nicholson, Monica Wills. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Let me see who is on the tick. David Jarvis, West Bank, MEPS. Good evening, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us, Jacqueline Henry. Well, tonight I can give you more update on my progress as to the operation. Remember, I told you that next Monday would have been my pre-assessment, but the hospital called me today, Eugene Brown, good evening. The hospital called me today and they have brought the dates forward. So I'll be going in Friday morning for the pre-op assessment, and then I'll be going in. Oh, these bikes are very loud. Then I'll be going in on Monday for the operation. So I think Friday will possibly be my last show until after my recovery period, because I will have a lot to do on the weekend and some friends will be coming around as well. So I'm going to be very busy on the weekend. So I think Friday's show is going to be my last show until my recovery. But PM, good evening. Spare me 4 weeks, no? Spare me 4 weeks, PM. We've been waiting on you forever. We've been itching and scratching. Amanda Gale, good night. We've been itching and scratching, PM, for the date. So me ask if you could have wait for me for 4 more weeks. Let me get through what I need to deal with. But if you choose Prime Minister to hijack the process like we know you always hijack everything, all pan the operation table may run out pan you. But would I prefer you hold on a bit. Because one thing we wouldn't want Prime Minister is for you to call an election when me dey on my sick bed. Certainly would not appreciate that. So me ask if you hold on and give way. Little more time as much as we want the Prime Minister, because me want to be in the thick of it when it are gone. So, as we said, we're winding down this weekend until further notice. But, Prime Minister, you will come out tonight again. Sonia Barracks, good evening. You will come out tonight again, because I heard the Prime Minister saying things today. And it sounded at one point, the Minister is taking responsibility for his failed promises or the failure of his promises. Any one of them suitable better. And then in the other breath, it sounds like the Prime Minister is saying to all of us, "Uno put too much pressure upon we to deliver. When you know, so we can't, I don't know what I'm talking about. Uno going to have to help me work out. Just like when I come out, I can tell we say, it take him 9 years to sort out few old bus. So I'm turning around now, I blame we, the people, for wanting too much. Listen and tell me if I know that or not here.
Management and through institutional growth. But that level of growth, it is not going to be sufficient to deliver the improvements that you would like to see in, for example, wages, in, for example, improvement in the road infrastructure and health and all of those things. So if we don't improve growth, then what will happen is that the demands that you have based upon your own aspirations and ambitions will create a political pressure on governments, whether it is this one or another government, to break fiscal discipline.
Is Andrew not saying we're putting pressure on him to deliver? Isn't that what you're hearing? We're putting pressure on him to deliver.
Management and through institutional growth. But that level of growth, it is not going to be sufficient to deliver the improvements that you would like to see in, for example, wages, in, for example, improvement in the road infrastructure and health and all of those things. So if we don't improve growth, then what will happen is that the demands that you have based upon your own aspirations and ambitions will create a political pressure on governments, whether it is this one or another government, to break fiscal discipline in order to try to provide the things that you want. But we have been that road for the last 50 years, and all it has gotten us into is economic problem. Because in order to provide the things that you would want, with the political pressure brought on by elections and other considerations, governments then tend to want to borrow. They will tend to run deficits. They will.
Hold on. One of you say have sense? When you feel say have sense, talk, yeah, man.
Tend to want to spend what they have not earned. And that puts us into economic problems, which then prevents us from getting the things that you want in the first place. So the only way to prevent that from happening is what I call a vicious cycle of government saying they're trying to provide for the people, making all kinds of promises, not raising the money through growth, going on borrowing it to finance development.
Whoa, Lord God Almighty. So hold on there. Like how you fix the economy, what happened to your promise them? Because you can't come and say because the economy, why you could deliver upon your promise them, you tell me, say you fix the economy. So if you fix the economy, you should but can fix the other thing them what the economy depend upon in it. You go and talk. Go and talk. Me seriously believe say you're a fool.
And then have to pay it back. And in order to pay it back, they have to spend less on the dreams and aspirations and visions of the people. And you end up in a vicious cycle till you become bankrupt. Notice how I've put it. You, the people of the country, also have a responsibility in how the country.
Why you freeze something? What is wrong with this devil hellish thing tonight? Bear with us, my peeps. It's
you, the people of the country, also have a responsibility in how the country is run.
Then why is it, Prime Minister, if we have a responsibility and you source us up on we, you dry up on we, you shut the mouth on we, you will fully deaf on we when we hear the sin thing them and I ask about the sin thing them and I ask you for more information about procurement processes, about your statutory declaration, but when Warrell read one whole heap of sin thing. If we have a duty, Prime Minister, then you know feel say when you feel work in tandem. When you feel work in tandem, you know. Because I go so come we're gonna get involved in the running of the country. But if you take your Prime Minister and put peace under your arm and peace in your back pocket, and the rest of we don't have none, what do you expect? This man, you don't have no sense. Or either you don't have no sense or you love talk upon yourself.
So leaders have to be very careful and strategic not to fall in the populism trap. And I'm saying this because we are in an election mode and we are seeing where the populism trap is emerging. Now, to get growth, you have to focus on productivity. When we talk about growth, the individual doesn't see themselves.
Here the Prime Minister is going to put, bear in mind, this is a Prime Minister and his government that destruct the economy. Bear in mind, this is also a Prime Minister which have destructed the agricultural industry. Look now, listen now rather, how the Prime Minister is going to shift the blame of productivity on you, the people of Jamaica. Something wrong with him.
In growth. Growth is something that the economy does, but that's not the case. Growth is the sum of your increased productivity. If everyone is growing, everyone is doing well, everyone is producing more, our economy grows. So then the challenge for the government is, how do we get every single Jamaican to produce more? There are many ways to do this. There are many factors you have to consider. Give them more training and skills. Get your people trained. Get them skilled. Security.
Hey, Hey, you left out one part. One piece, drop off. Training and skills is one part of it, Prime Minister. But when you put them into training and they have those acquired skills, Prime Minister, there is something else that is needed that you have forgotten or dropped off. Something that you have a very major role to play in, which is opportunity, Prime Minister. Whether the opportunity comes from government or the private sector, something which you ought to work in tandem to provide. You haven't spoken that word, haven't you? Opportunity. You deliberately left off the part there. The part when you opportunity, Prime Minister. Because if you don't provide the opportunity, the source of training now go help the economy to grow. The opportunity have to be there for when them get the training, them put it into action and start produce to benefit the economy more. And also you think you should have go. But you left off the whole of the what's you call it? You left off the whole of the opportunity part. Like that the part is not a major part of it.
To do this, there are many factors you have to consider. Give them more training and skills. Get your people trained. Get them skilled. Security. If people don't have to worry about locking down their communities at night and have to hide under their beds, and businesses have to shut because of crime and violence, economy will grow. But here's another factor. What if you got
Prime Minister? All right, we could talk. We could talk to where hit clock tonight. You irritate me now. You irritate me now. Productivity. And you want the whole of to produce more so the economy can grow. So when you take the higgle of them hand cart and install, turn it over, destroy, you and your police them share it up for yourself. When you go down a White River, go mash up the little young people them raffle. When them work the little American dollar they spend in the Jamaica economy. Because when you got all-inclusive Prime Minister, the money they not spending in the Jamaica economy, it go right into them foreign bank account. You understand? So how the country will grow when the little man Prime Minister cannot survive? You cut off night entertainment, all set up where like a money making thing for poor people and community people. Prime Minister, you suppress all of these things. Allow me to tell. So how then do you expect Jamaicans as a collective to grow, Prime Minister, when you are suppressing the small man way of making a little living? When you suppress the small man coming up in the business community, how is it, Prime Minister, you expect us to grow all out that everybody fa produce so the economy can grow? But that don't make no sense.
locking down their communities at night and have to hide under their beds, and businesses have to shut because of crime and violence, economy will grow. But here's another. So then the challenge for the government is, how do we get every single Jamaican to produce more? There are many ways to do this. There are many factors you have to consider. Give them more training and skills. Get your people trained. Get them skilled. Security. If people don't have to worry about locking down their communities at night and have to hide under their beds, and businesses have to shut because of crime and violence, economy will grow. But here's another factor. What if you got to work 30 minutes earlier each day? And what if you got to work 30 minutes earlier each day in a better frame of mind? Not tired, not harassed. How much more productive could you be?
That bit I kind of don't understand. Because if you're to work half an hour earlier each day and half an hour later each day, Prime Minister, and to be in a good or less stressful frame of mind, one would wonder, are you thinking about a living wage salary rather than a minimum wage, Prime Minister? That's what pops up into my head. User 7568, Lego me platform and go on, sir. Lego me platform and go on. On the two love people yard gate. Come from off ya. Talk your Prime Minister. Make your labor right. Them hear how you're dunce and fool and back a wall.
So the investment in new buses and in trying to create a world-class transportation system, it's not about the politics.
Did he just say new buses? He just said new buses, didn't he? He said new buses, did he not? God, Jesus.
Better frame of mind. Not tired, not harassed. How much more productive could you be? So the investment in new buses and in trying to create a world-class transportation system, it's not about the politics which people have tried to drag it into a political.
Prime Minister, what one would describe as a world-class transport system, I would describe London in particular as having a world-class transport system. There are buses, Prime Minister, multiple of them and multiple routes from every 6 to 8 to 12 minutes. Buses run on a 24-hour basis in London, Prime Minister. We also have the tram, which is the driverless vehicle. Them will drive pan road, but them drive pan like a train line, right? Then driving a road at pan road in a bush. We have the overground trains, Prime Minister. We have the underground tube, Prime Minister. We have the Dockland light rails. It's a driverless train, Prime Minister. We have cable cars, Prime Minister, which swings us from one side of the river to the other. We have Ubers and black taxis, but leave the private one them out. We're talking about the public transport, Prime Minister. This is why I don't fancy driving in the United Kingdom, because public transport, especially in London, is so easy. So when you talk about world class, you will make our London look fool. When you talk about world class transport system, Prime Minister, you make London look fool and look like they're not try. I don't know which road they're going to put the world class transport system pan. That is another thing again. We have to talk about. Where are you going to put the world class transport pan, sir?
If everyone is growing, everyone is doing well, everyone is producing more, our economy grows. So then the challenge for the government is, how do we get every single Jamaican to produce more? There are many ways to do this. There are many factors you have to consider. Give them more training and skills. Get your people trained. Get them skilled. Security. If people don't have to worry about locking down their communities at night and have to hide under their beds, and businesses have to shut because of crime and violence, economy will grow. But here's another factor. What if you got to work 30 minutes earlier each day? And what if you got to work 30 minutes earlier each day in a better frame of mind? Not tired, not harassed. How much more productive could you be? So the investment in new buses and in trying to create a world-class transportation system, it's not about the politics, which people have tried to drag it into a political thing. No, it's about setting the framework for growth for everyone. That's what it is about. And we tend to lose sight of that. That the investment in public transportation is about making our economy more efficient so that everyone who has to use public transportation can be more productive in their personal or work endeavors.
Hey. Good night, Miss Wholeness. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. I wonder if the husband is taking you out tonight, Miss Wholeness. But happy birthday to you. Your husband wishes you happy birthday today. You're very quiet still, though, Miss Wholeness. But happy birthday to you. But Miss Wholeness, me hear your husband would want something. You can say if you find out what I mean, Fiwi, JLP not in a race to the gutter, says Wholeness. That I cannot work out. That I cannot work out, Prime Minister. I mean, it's a pigsty, isn't it? It's a hog trough, Prime Minister. It's a shit pit, isn't it? Just look at Everett Warmington, Darrell Vaz, and a whole house of you all over there, and you're not in a race to the gutter? Who from over PNP used to go past political stage behaving hooliganish like you? Who from the PNP you hear threatening violence in the country, Prime Minister, and you're not racing to the gutter? I don't understand what that means. So that's why I want Miss Wholeness, in case she see you, find out what that means. Because it was here, Prime Minister. Listen here. This order came from you, and you're not in a race to the gutter, and you never address this issue, Prime Minister. The issue where you get embroiled in because instead the order come from you, and you're not in a race to the gutter. You could have fooled me.
You never go after nobody politically yet. But me can tell you, put this in your pipe and smoke it. If anyone on the rise up against Mama D, we are going to peel the hands of this youth here. And I never see it yet. You never see me drop my hand yet. No guy never see me drop, not even PNP never see me drop my hand yet. I'm saying I'm willing to drop it on you. In a way that you will never return. Okay. I remember some have the ammunition to do it, you know. Remember that. That is what you can take in your bank. So be careful away. Don't mash up the dance about our dance, listen to you. I shouldn't think the party leader say, that's a law. You understand? You have to make it know. Where the leader say a law.
Yeah, man.
Simple put, law.
Yeah, man.
And when you break the law, there's consequences.
Yeah, man.
Got your pipe, me gone.
When you break the law, there are jungle justice consequences. This was a message from the Prime Minister. What the Prime Minister says, he said, is law. So if the Prime Minister order say, go there and attack PNP, Because we've seen the Prime Minister done it, When the demonstration in Heroes Circle, did we not see the Prime Minister ordered the the Jamaica Labour Party to go out there and attack and agitate, even though the people ignored him blatantly? But this was what the Prime Minister asked. And now the Prime Minister, who gave an order to attack and even kill JLP as PNP, as what Chopper John is saying, the Prime Minister now come out and tell us that he's not in a race to the gutter. Let me ask you this, Prime Minister. At what point was JLP never in the gutter, Prime Minister? Can you tell us at what point the Jamaica Labour Party was not in the cesspool? Because that has always been the behavior, Prime Minister. Everybody knows hooligan and dog. I don't know what tell you if you talk then thing, yeah. Or if you just have throw mud pan the wall and hope in a wet piece of it will stick. But for now, Prime Minister, I be a dry mud you throw. Be God Almighty dry mud. It's all dried up on you. Nothing not working for Andrew Holness again. Andrew Holness can walk around and make himself look as silly as he wants to. The nation can see through the lies and the gimmickry, Prime Minister. The nation has seen through it. And I make you park up one place and can't move forward. Park one place and can't move forward, then you're going to talk about JLP is not in a race to the gutter. When was the Jamaica Labour Party not in the gutter, Prime Minister? That is where you have to come out, come answer and tell we say. So we can get fair, re-look and see if we make mistake. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Jamaica Labour Party has always, Prime Minister, been down in the gutter. Correctional Service. Let me ask you something. Correctional Services deny inmate complaint of poor treatment. Correctional Services. Wanna expect what you think they lie the young man I tell? Let me say this. We don't get good treatment at hospital. So we now go get good treatment at prison. So there's nothing for no deny. Just come out and say we underpay and we don't have enough resources to do our work. Maybe that we wouldn't understand. But if we come out, come deny bad treatment, where everything in Jamaica is about bad treatment. Me don't know why the correctional service would I want to treat people good when hospital not treat we good. So just that me want to tell Uno. I just that me want to tell Uno. So if hospital not treat we good, me not see what Uno walk and hide. Hold on, not treat we bad. I wish part in Jamaica you know bad treatment, no there. This year one year him. Lucian Jones, Dr. Lucian Jones, Vice Chair of the National Road Safety Council. What Dr. Lucian Jones is keep asking from Weddy is for government penalize motor road users more, reckless drivers more, or so on and so forth. You remember he asked the other day for them to be treated with swiftness and urgency, just like we treat criminals, leading me to ask Dr. Jones if he's asking for the guns to be turned at reckless drivers as well. My problem with Dr. Lucian Jones, don't you think the bad road network is causing as much accident as reckless driving, Dr. Jones? I would have thought if you, Dr. Jones, are the vice chair of the National Road Safety Council, then making sure, Dr. Jones, that we have safe road, adequate road to drive pan Dr. Jones, so we don't have to swing in and out of one another to get where we are going. These are the things that Lucian Jones should be advocating for, rather than advocating for more penalty and more fine and tougher penalty and possible turning guns at them. Dr. Jones, if you're asking that they be treated with the seriousness that criminals are being treated with. But rather, Dr. Jones, encourage the government to make sure our roadways are more safer for road users. I do believe that's a cause for a lot of the accidents on our roadways. Bad road. Remember, so we see man Joan in a flight green hole at Southwest St. Elizabeth, in a flight green water hole. Yeah, we see man Joan in there. So, Dr. Lucian Jones, advocate for good road for we, no? Advocate for good road for we. We really want some good road, Dr. Jones. We're tired of the ground breaking. We're tired of the dig up. We're tired everywhere where the government want push we down for tire band there. We're tired and we're hungry. And now we see government just a walk and a spend millions and billions. So, and the government still I think can't afford to do anything. The country is fed up. And what the Prime Minister is doing is squeezing out the little bit of anything he can squeeze out of it. It's Denny's Hilton birthday. We're going to take a quick break and play her a verse of our happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Denny's. Wish Denny's Hilton a happy birthday, globalist.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Today a new year has begun. Today the old chapter is closed. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Today a new year has begun. Today the old chapter is closed. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you now. May God bless you now. May God bless you now. May God bless you now.
Want to say happy birthday, Denny's. Have an amazing one, and we wish you many, many more. Jamaican, good evening. No, not Jamaican as in our Jamaican. I'm talking about Jamaican in the chat, the Labourite Jamaican. Good evening. Do you know who possible tell the Prime Minister to say this in public, even though today, when the Prime Minister was in public, he spoke about new bus.
We have spent the last 9 years trying to figure out how can we get a proper school bus system for our children. But you see, people who have never had to take the public school bus, or rather the public transportation system to go to school, wouldn't understand. Wouldn't understand it. You know, I had to take the bus and taxi to school. And when I couldn't, I walked to school. If you see why I maintain, you know, why I keep my belly flat and because I never had an easy life. So I understand. I had to stand up at bus stop and wait and taxi pass and say, no, you can't come into this. So we have spent the last 9 years figuring out how can we do this in an economical way, but more so, how can we do it in a way that protects our children? I mean, it's one thing to talk about the economics. It's another thing to talk about the defense of the mores of the society, the morality and values that are constantly under assault with our children in public passenger transport. That is invaluable. You can't put a price on that. And that is why we opted for this modality. And every Jamaican should support this. Almost every modern country, every democracy, that's what they do. They understand the challenges that children would face if they have to compete in
Jamaican. The Prime Minister said it took his government 9 years to come up with the idea, finance it, and implement it. 9 years. 9 whole years. It's not me saying it. It's the Prime Minister said it took him 9 whole years on one project. Do you think, given the Prime Minister has said that, do you think the Prime Minister deserves 5 more years? And what if the Prime Minister is given another 5 more years? What do you think or hope for the Prime Minister to do with it? Can you answer that question?
Public transportation. So they have a parallel but separate transportation system that is more attuned to schools and the maintenance of discipline. You know, you can't expect the public transportation system to have to run on the schedule of schools, to maintain certain standards in what is played and what is said. So we have a parallel system that is going to be structured and rolled out in a democratic way. We're not going to force it on anyone. If people say they don't want it, it doesn't make sense, give it to somebody else who wants it. So it's a collaborative system. So we have spent the last 9 years working it out. So whatever we deliver, we're not delivering you a concept or a test. We're delivering you something that has endurance. It will last and it will solve the.
We're bringing you something that has endurance. The old boss. Endurable old boss. Do you think that deserves a third term? After 9 years, all the Prime Minister could do is pick up some old bus where America now use and charge with 1.4 billion. Labor rights, so that you can understand, the school bus initiative is actually a good one. If the Prime Minister had a think tank, if the Prime Minister had had policy-centered and focused people, that could have been a legacy for the Prime Minister if properly implemented. You mean Andrew couldn't do thinking from the scratch? I'm married, sir. We have to buy something, you have to get borrow something, and you have to get something old. Hmm? It's not a bad initiative, and that's not what the issue are. Let me tell you what some of us issue are. The procurement process, the prices, the reliability, the safety for the children. Is it the right type of vehicle? It's a right-hand drive vehicle, which, if overtaken, would be dangerous for them carrying our children. It's just not the right model. It is a good system. It isn't, though, the right model. Is it been overpriced? That's a question for the Prime Minister to ask. Left hand, rather, sorry. Left hand drive. Those are questions for the Prime Minister. But we're not arguing that the Prime Minister did something, implement a silly policy. What rather happened is that the Prime Minister cheaply fucked up what could have been a good policy, labor rights. Why not can't I say that? Talk truth. We're not saying it's bad. We're saying he did it badly, which is quite much a different thing, labor rights. Why not can I understand that? We're not saying the school bus system is a bad thing. We're saying the Prime Minister did it horribly. You get the wrong type of bus them. The procurement process was fraudulent. Those are what we're worried about. You see where you gone pan now, Jamaican, because you can't answer the question. You come to me and say, don't worry about bus. Why me not worry about the bus them? If they pose a risk to the safety of our children, if they pose a risk to the safety of road users, we must be concerned about them. Why the Prime Minister never get coaster bus or the same proper JUTC, same type of bus them where they use for the JUTC fleet? Why go and get the American bus them when not suitable for the roadway? Is the question. Andrew, who has no legacy after 9 years, could have, if implement this properly, could have been Andrew Holness's legacy. It's done badly, though. It has been done badly, and I must accept it. The Prime Minister has done a very shoddy job. And to top it off, after such a shoddy job, the Prime Minister come tell us it took him 9 years to done such a shoddy job. Those are the things we're talking about. I know we say I know we come out here saying the Prime Minister in a government for 9 years and I know we might come up with school bus system. No, we're not saying that. The Prime Minister said it took him 9 years to come up with it. That alone is a failure, you know. That alone is a failure. We take you 2 terms to get a policy right. Or you think it up and put it on and member about it, and then you just member say you need to go back for it. It's done by the lipstick queens who from Ghana, Denise. It's done by the lipstick queens from Ghana who redo a lot of culture and Bob Marley music and all of that. So you must understand when people are talk in context. And everything we go after the Prime Minister deliberately. We go after him luster. We go after him carelessness, him thiefiness, him liarness. But in this occasion, if had Andrew Holness and Darrell Vaz gotten it right, at something we could have swan around the village and both span. Because getting it right would have been a good project. At least when the thief gone, you can't say Andrew Holness did that. The old boss them. But we're gonna say, remember the old boss where Andrew can come in before and come out? Come on, labor rights, do better than that. When you pick me, go drive in there too. It poses a risk to no children too. Uno a road user to labor right, it poses a risk to uno too. When I beat the Prime Minister for beat sake, we beat the Prime Minister because him deserve it. Him work hard for it. Him work hard for any beat when you see the Prime Minister get. So no make him get it comfortable. Someone want come help him take it, fine. Him put himself in the position. Andrew Holness could have resigned once him system lost integrity in the country. He could have resigned. We would have top calling him by now. And we would have nyam off the flesh of the thief will take over from him. Because certainly it's going to be another thief taking over from Andrew Holness. We all know that. The guy is a crook. And when it comes to stealing the public purse, Andrew on a limit to when thief. But when it comes to spending the money, pan Jamaicans, Andrew Holness have limit to when spend. When you sit down here where you want thief, sir. Me say you go after Black River now and it's safari and it's wildlife and it's where that Black River where you want thief, Andrew Holness. Anywhere you go, anywhere you want Nepa go, a same thing on our look. Where all of a sudden you get up a draw interest in a Black River. Andrew Holness, keep out a sentence. For the little time, Andrew Holness, what you have left. If you can't keep out of the rest of St. Elizabeth, keep out of Southwest St. Elizabeth. If you cannot keep out of the entire St. Elizabeth Prime Minister for the few weeks what you have left before we pack you and send you off, leave Southwest St. Elizabeth alone. Leave Black River alone, Prime Minister. You have done enough environmental damage to our rivers and our waterways, Prime Minister. Leave Black River alone. It's one of the longest and most precious rivers in our country. Leave Black River alone, Prime Minister. We know you're like the Americans. Anyone who got destruction, who left destruction behind, Prime Minister. Leave Black River alone. Leave the Black River alone. We don't want you and Nepa down there. Anyway, you and Nepa go Prime Minister on a friend them, dead fish fall on. Dead this fall on. Leave the Black River alone. When we crocodile them down, their friend, we and them communicate well. We don't want no more thief, no more criminal down the Prime Minister. When we crocodile them down, they get on. When we crocodile them down, they get on, Prime Minister. We don't want no more. If you come down, they come attack we. Stay out of Southwest St. Elizabeth. I beg for the sake of God. Because we have precious resources down the Prime Minister. Tufton Health mash up some. Slide Green mash up some. And here you are planning to come here now. I beg in the name of God, leave us down there. You don't have much time. The rest of the country want to see you. But something down a Black River you're coming after. Because anyway you never go Prime Minister. Is it a destruction? Or we not look something for thief? But let me tell you, Prime Minister, leave the Black River alone. We water very precious down there. Even though we don't know which part or not honey, can't go no friend them we are on hotel and all sort. But leave the Black River alone. Don't come contaminate with Prime Minister. Please, may I beg you. Hope a precious things are going for the river down there. Where me call it and the river tour. Me call it. I wonder if that you see because now I can mash up the tourist industry, Prime Minister. And the Black River Safari is quite a big one, Prime Minister. I beg you, leave Black River out of your talking and thinking. But globalists, Pelican Bar. Well, as you know, doing, my brother runs Pelican Bar. And I was thinking the other day with the you know that new legislation they were bringing to Parliament, that would have captured him in a very big way as well. So, them really after out there, don't know if Andrew will make a grab because the government says it's a money-making giant right pan with Shoreline. And Andrew and Floyd and Ed Bartlett, because Floyd and Ed Bartlett go out there. Them not happy. Said that level of tourism and the activity that goes on at Pelican Bar is just controlled by my brother, the government, and their friends doesn't really have anything in it or a share in it. So I know that is bother them because they know that that place is really popping. So I know that that bothers them. So remember also the Saudis, them wholeness take money from the Saudis, them to develop the southern coastline, I don't know, with the Alpine and them something there. So you have to look out for when you hear owners. Anytime you hear owners talk about the environment, you know it might come with something to mash up something after that. So we have to be careful when we hear them talk about Black Rock. We don't want your help down. We don't want you down there if you do not tell Prime Minister. You are like America. Anywhere you go, destruction follow back on you. When we have a government we care about people and the environment, then if anything need to pay attention to down there. You think I like going to mash up with water and with fishes and with agriculture down there? On a turn St. Elizabeth in a something where someone we don't want to live right here now because no money now make them anymore. Because all of what we used to make money, Prime Minister, Labour Party mash it up. A Labour Party come take out with pump and find that we water deprived. And Christopherton change the fishing wire in the fishing industry and mash up Jamaicans in the fishing industry. A flight green and the issuance of license and the lack of investment in agriculture in a Fihim constituency, which is the bread and basket of Jamaica. That you know do, I want to mash it up. leave the Black River alone. Please leave the Black River alone. St. Elizabeth water deprived, and we are the longest river in Jamaica. Won't no ton with water gone? What happened to the water? Uno claim to sound argue with irrigation. Uno remove all our standpipe them from roadside. The water now coming at the pipe them in the yard. We have to buy stagnant water put in a tank. Everything crashed under this government. Like literally crashed. Nothing isn't working. Oops. But Globalist, as I say, will be on tomorrow and Friday. But Friday should be our last show before surgery. And then hopefully we'll have a speedy recovery and come back in time for the election. So thank you very much for your support and thank you for being here. Lovely to have your support as always. Join us back tomorrow for your At a Glance program. Even if I'm tired tomorrow, I still come on, come chat. Remember, I'm going to be here in the morning. Friday morning, I'm not sure of. My pre-assessment is Friday morning. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I will see. But even after me here tomorrow, me have to come and consider and cuss the Prime Minister because an election, nothing else not there to do other than remind the Prime Minister of his crimes, treacheries, and corruption. So I'll definitely be on. But Friday night should be our winding down show for this period. So thank you all very much for being here. Lovely to have your support as always. Join us back right here tomorrow for the people's point of view. Thank you and good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make God what I sing to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw a stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stonewall, big him and Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
And thanks to everyone who wish me well, have me in their prayers, and wish me recovery. Thank you all very much. See you all tomorrow.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.